Welcome back to PPW High Voltage. JXT on his way to the ring. PPW Aftermath providing a lot of debuts here, and this one might be the most exciting. JXT will fly around, and his opponent, no stranger to Hazleton, in D3, and Paul Bowe will interrupt me. JXT from Australia. He's come a long way here to prove himself, captured the New Age Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. He's a former New Age Wrestling Tag Team Champion as well. And JXT will await his opponent. And that is D3 from Rome, Italy. Well, I'll give that to Paul. I'll give that job to Paul Bowe. We go up to Paul for the announcement. Trained by Tommy Dreamer and the Mexican luchador Supernova. He has spent considerable time now in Florida. And D3 is back. A 7-year competitor from Rome, Italy. We're going to see Italy against Australia. And where else can you see that in independent wrestling? No other than PPW. Fans love D3, a returning D3. Paul Bowe returns to the commentary booth.
For one match only.
Well, let me do all the heavy lifting. I guess that won't change.
Phil, when this match was announced about a month ago, when D3 contacted the PPW offices and said he wanted to come back for a match, he said none other who did he want to face? None other than the J-Stick himself. He is on a North American tour right now. JXT, highly accomplished athlete out of Melbourne, Australia. We're going to see him here for 2 months, Philip.
Don't you ever call me EJ again.
Sorry, it must have been the hair. There we go, collar and elbow tie up D3 and JXT now into rear waist lock. D3 looking for position, now into another switch of positions there. JXT much taller than D3, returning here to PPW after a 1.5 year absence, moving down to Florida, trying to be closer to the Performance Center, waiting to get his big crack at the WWE. Someday he might, and it might be sooner than later. Nice takeover by JXT. D3 into the bridge, and you can see, Phil, how he contorted the knee over the body to prevent him from bridging out.
You know, you make a valid point about JXT. You don't really see how big this guy actually is. You assume that he's smaller on how he moves around the ring, but when comparison to D3, he's obviously got a size advantage. D3 is going to have to speed this one up. But again, JXT used to that style.
Absolutely, they compared him a lot. Nice takeover by D3. Deep arm drag by JXT. D3 ducks the line. Look at this. Takes him over with the Mexican head scissors. Didn't get all of it. D3 went for that Mortal Kombat-like kick, and both men had a stalemate, Phil. Looked like me and you on 5th Street about 2 months ago.
Yeah, only nobody's knocked out cold.
Well, I really didn't hit you that hard.
Both styles, in all seriousness, both styles very similar. Their defensive tactics very similar. You're seeing a mirror image so far between these two competitors.
And JXT, they compare him a lot to Facade, but he's much taller than Facade is. Has a look with the dreadlocks, but much taller.
Yeah, you know, I assume that the television's not going to do him justice on his size, but JXT, I'm even more impressed. You know, you watch guys on YouTube, you say, okay, he's a good high flyer. Then you see him in person, you see the size, and you know what kind of strength is needed to get your body to fly like that. It's very impressive. JXT going to be a big thing here in pro wrestling here very soon.
Just fresh off, speaking of the Performance Center, JXT was down there 2 weeks ago for a tryout along with another former PPW alumni, Lance on Hawaii. JXT went for a submission there, something you don't see out of one of those high flyers, but all the offense is new to us, Phil.
Well, he almost kicked Carden in the teeth.
That might have been an improvement. Oh, big side kick by JXT. Pandering to the crowd, maybe a little too much. Don't underestimate D3.
JXT's got many different ways he can end this match.
Sends him for the ride. Up. Pendulum backbreaker. D3 down on the mat. Side press. Hooks the leg. And a kick out at 2.
JXT goes to the retweet, which is a pedigree, or the J-plex, which is a back suplex buster. You don't know where it's going to come from. He's got many different ways that he can end matches. And that's why he is a former champion in many different promotions. Was I supposed to stop talking there so we could hear?
No, big chop across the chest. You keep talking, Phil. You keep feeding me the information. Best color commentator in the business.
Well, it's about time somebody said something.
Well, somebody paid me $5 to say that.
Well,
but
that's okay.
I could be bought.
You could have told me that off the air.
Oh, sorry. Now switches back D3. Oh, big chop. Nothing fancy about that. An old shot right to the solar plexus of D3.
You know, both men can move around this ring. They can jump off the top rope. Who can brawl better? Because that's what's going to come down to. Who can actually fight? JXT proving that he can right now. D3 going around the world.
Where he stops, nobody knows. Uh-oh. D3 looking to take flight here, perhaps. Went for the springboard. J-Stick came back in the ring. Springboard knee by the J-Stick. Caught him right in the side of the temple, Phil.
JXT looking really impressive here. Taking everything he can and using it to his advantage.
Kick out at 2, and I'll tell you what, D3 has not got much offense off in this match.
Absolutely right. D3 came in with so much celebration, so much pageantry. Oh man, D3's back. That's all he thought he had to do. He forgot that he's got an international competitor on the other side of that ring. I think he's finding that out right now. It's going to be able to see. We're going to have to be able to see if he can adjust.
Oh, there's a big European uppercut by D3 and a rude awakening for JXT. Sets him up for the ride. Big reversal. D3 off the ropes. Went for the tilt-a-whirl. Look at that. Planted him like a palm tree in the Sunshine State. J-Stick down on the ground. Floats over. East-west cover. Kick out at 2 3/4, Phil. I thought that was it.
Well, so did D3. He's got to move on, though. Crowd getting behind D3. He's starting to feel a little of the momentum.
D3 back in the PPW ring. Look at this. Oh, man. J-Stick hit him right in the chest when he was up there. Another high leg kick, another one. Getting those long legs off that 6'3" frame. Big spine buster by the J-Stick.
And look at the aggressiveness by JXT, staying on D3. Carden down, and it almost paid off for him.
One leg covered by J-Stick, perhaps a little bit too cocky there about trying to put away D3. D3 is a top-notch athlete. You're not going to put him away with a one-leg cover.
That's exactly right. JXT is finding that out right now. Trying to go back into the reserves, looking into his strategy book. Where does he go from here? I don't think JXT anticipated this match going this long.
Whoa, went for the takeover. Ducks the line. Big German. What a release by JXT. And he has him sized up. D3 doesn't know where he is, Phil.
Well, he better find out quick because JXT is measuring him up.
There's a step-up enziguri by D3.
D3 possibly playing possum. Say that again.
D3 up into the corner. Look at this. Big elbow off the corner. Haven't seen that in a long time. Floats over. Kick out at 2.
Carden slow with the count again. Who keeps employing this guy?
And he hears everything.
I think he heard me.
He has rabbit ears in there. D3 feeling it here. Went for the cutter. Look at this. Oh, man. Right on his face. Here we go. Cover 1, 2. Oh, I thought it was 3.
JXT pleading to Jeff Carden, you can do that all you want. The man can't get to 3. D3 laid out in the middle of this ring. He showed a lot of guts that we haven't really pointed on. Not the aggressor in this match by a long shot. JXT handling this match, handling the pace. D3 trying to survive. Still in this one.
Steps up Inseguri by D3. Setting him up for that patented Spanish fly, it looks like, up on the top rope. D3 has made his living up there.
The Tour of Rome, Paul.
I'll call it a Spanish fly. You call it the Tour of Rome. It might be a bulldog from the top rope.
Well, he calls it the Tour of Rome.
We got the Olive Garden Tour Bailey. Oh, my God! Mexican head scissor takeover from the top rope. Frankensteiner.
JXT's right leg is convulsing.
D3 has got to try to cover him. Floats over. 2, 3. Kick out again. 2 3/4.
The cameraman getting into this one. JXT and D3 giving it their all here tonight in what some considered before this the match of the night possibility.
Well, both men are leaving nothing in the locker room. They're leaving everything in the ring. Both men exchanging pleasantries. Big European uppercut. This guy, D3, keeps coming back, and J-Stick keeps cutting him off. D3 showing more heart than Valentine's Day. And a flying body press by J-Stick. D3 just keeps fighting back, though, back on his feet. Big whip into the ropes. Big European uppercut. D3 going for the springboard. Look at that. Caught him. JXT caught him. Tombstone pile driver. A jumping one. Floats over. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Here is your winner, the J-Stick JXT.
Both men coming into this. Both men international competitors. JXT is going to get all the bragging rights in the world as he defeats the returning D3 in a classic.
What a way to spoil your homecoming. But I'll tell you what, JXT left nothing. D3, as I said earlier, left it all in the ring. JXT's your winner. I'd love to see a round 2, Phil.